while now, a massive trend has been going around the Pokemon community all over TikTok, Twitter, whatever you can really name, and that is where you pick a Pokemon team that you would realistically use in your day-to-day life. And as someone who's a avid Pokemon fan, now I've never really played many of the games, but I still love Pokemon, right? I think even if you are someone who's never been familiar with the universe, you could probably still do this trend and like figure out what Pokemon you think would be cool to have in your daily life. So that's kind of what I wanted to do today, but I want to do a realistic one because what a lot of people will do is they will, they'll choose these Pokemon and they'll choose Mewtwo and Groudon and Arceus and like Kyogre and it's just so strange because obviously you're not going to be running legendary Pokemon in your day to day life. So let's get into my list. Number one. Nah, I'm just pulling your tail. My number one is actually Greninja or Froakie. The reason I say Greninja or Froakie is one, it is like the perfect bodyguard. He is the perfect bodyguard Pokemon. He's silent, he's fast, he's stealthy. There's just so many things, right? And he has lethal force. He is the perfect Pokemon to be a fishing buddy, to supply water at any point in time. And on top of that, he is the perfect Pokemon to have your back. Like in reality, he just really is, at least in my opinion. And on top of that, Froakie is my second Pokemon of all time, like my second favorite Pokemon of all time. Obviously, he's a lot of people's favorites, and there's a reason why. He's just a pretty chill guy, right? Now, next up on this list is my favorite. This is my bread and butter. Yep, my bread. Yep, that's what it is, guys. No, it's my bread and butter. It's the cream of the crop, in my opinion, and that's Shinx. Shinx is my favorite Pokemon of all time. Nothing gets my jimmies more flared up than seeing a wild Shinx whenever I'm playing Pokemon, especially the shiny Shinx. Oh man, if I had to choose, I would definitely choose a shiny, 100%. But if it was just like, oh, you get a Shinx, okay, cool. Shinx is cool. It is a cute Pokemon. Like, let's be honest, and he's pretty useful. He's maybe not be the strongest, but he can provide infinite electricity, and he's just basically a cat. Like that's exactly what it is. He's just a normal cat, basically, or a cat, lion, dog thing. Either way, Shinx is my number one, and definitely gotta have him on the list. So might be asking, well, what's next? You don't really have a lot of utility here. Well, next we get Drillbur. We get Drillbur or any of his evolutions. It really doesn't matter at the end of the day. But the reason you get Drillbur is because if you train Drillbur, you essentially have infinite money. And it's not infinite money where people are going to question how you're spawning in gold bricks. It's infinite money where you have Drillbur legit go mine like a gold mine, and then you just like sell the gold, right? You like buy property and you have Drillbur just like go crazy on the property or something like that. So Drillbur, in my opinion, is the perfect Pokemon that wouldn't break the economy because, like I said, if you find like a gold mine, for example, you just follow what other people that have gold mines do that are extremely rich, and then you're rich, and then you don't have to worry about anything, and then you have a bodyguard to protect you all the time, and a cute cat that maybe like sits on your shoulder or walks beside you at all times. After this, on top of that, I forgot. So Drillbur also can just save you from situations, right? Rock slides, landslides, cave ins. like stuff like that. Drillbur is the perfect Pokemon for that because this little guy will, yeah, I mean, he might as well change his name to Termites because he will obliterate some wood. But next up on the list, we all know you need a Blissey. Now, there's going to be some people that say, this is a wacky take. And to that, this is perma free healthcare. And that is exactly why you need one of these. Because perma free healthcare means that every single day, like early in the morning, you wake up, you can do like a checkup and make sure nothing's wrong with you. You're gonna live a very long and very happy life with having a Blissey. Next up, though, we have Lapras. Now, people are gonna say, "Well, why Lapras? Lapras is kind of a mid Pokemon." Yeah, I don't think so. I think Lapras is the absolute goat of the ocean. Some would say he's the goat of the ocean. I have no clue why I said that, but I did. So, Lapras is just insanely fast in water. I mean, from the small bits that we saw from like in the show, Lapras can probably outrun any shark and any fish in the modern ocean as of current date. So you could travel the entire world on the back of Lapras, and if you have any problems on the way, you can summon your Greninja on the back of Lapras to protect you. You might be thinking, well, why wouldn't you choose one of the flying Pokemon and ride on the back of that? Well, it's because knowing how I am, I would probably fall off of the back of one of the flying Pokemon. At some point, I would get whiplash and I would just fall off the back. And if you fall off the back of a flying Pokemon while you're over the ocean, it's GG. But if I'm on the back of Lapras and I'm in the ocean, Lapras is just going to pick me back up and put me back on his back, and we're going to keep going. Now, I don't know exactly how fast Lapras is, but they showed he's a speedy boy from what we saw. Like, he can travel in the ocean pretty fast. So even if it's like a couple day journey, it's basically just your own personal boat. You can get on them, have some supplies, and go about it. Now, this right here is 5 Pokemon. I see a lot of people saying that the trend ends here, but a lot of the times Pokemon teams are teams of 6, but some people are saying teams of 5. So if we can do teams of 6, I would pick Eldegoss. The reason I would pick Eldegoss is because this is permanent free vegetables. Eldegoss just is a good gardening Pokemon, but Eldegoss can just help in general, non-stop in the garden, free produce all of the time, no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, free produce, and it's super simple. Now, she doesn't have like crazy buffs or stats or anything like that, but being able to cut down time, I think, is a big thing, and that's kind of how I choose a lot of these Pokemon, or chose a lot of these Pokemon. My brain is not working today. I'm very tired. Finally, and this is no joke, straight up, Kyogre is dependent on what is happening in the world. If I am the only person in the world with Pokemon, I'm getting rid of Eldegoss and I'm taking Kyogre. I'm just sorry to say that. Kyogre is like a must day to day, or whoever legendary Pokemon you want. But it is a must day to day to have a world event Pokemon, and if you are the only person in the entire world that has one. You want to know why? Because if you are the only guy with Pokemon, someone's coming after you. I'm just sorry to say that. Like, so you're getting got. Like, it's scary, man. I don't know what to say. But yeah, that's my list. You know, you got Greninja, Ultimate Bodyguard, Shinx, number 1 Pokemon for me personally. You got Drillbur, infinite money, still got to work for it, but doesn't break the economy. Blissey, so you have infinite heals, basically, infinite healthcare. Lapras, so you have your own personal boat to go anywhere in the entire world, and then Eldegoss for farming. Literally just farming, and Kyogre if I'm the only person with Pokemon in the world. And if I'm only allowed to take one, who do you think I'm taking? Yeah, that's all I was really gonna do today was kind of rant about Pokemon in general and what Pokemon I guess I would be taking if I did take Pokemon Team in real life if I had a choice. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave in the comments below what Pokemon you would take into your team in real life if you had a choice. Besides that, I hope you enjoyed and have a wonderful night. Peace.